Today it's raining like crazy. It's been raining actually for the last 3 days. This is supposedly part of in between a Category 4 and a Category 5 atmospheric river. So it's raining a lot. And when it rains a lot, we get a lot of leaks inside of the ship. Not really a fun day. So today I'm going to be working inside, and I have a project that I'm kind of anxious to do. It's kind of an artsy project, but something that I kind of wanted to add to my list of things that I've done. So let's check it out. So this is absolutely one of my favorite rooms aboard the whole ship. It's kind of the heart of the ship because it connects to all the main arteries. If you go down these stairs, you're into the dining room and the galley area, and if you go in a door on either side here, you're in the main lounge. And if you go up these stairs, you're on the main deck. It's a beautiful layered cake structure, and down these hallways are some of the main luxury cabins. So today, my project is to restore some of these discs from the Island Princess, the original Love Boat. A lot of people think it was the Pacific Princess, but a lot of it was filmed on the Island Princess, and these came from the main show lounge. And today I'm going to try my hand at gold plating these, or gilding them. I've never done anything like this, but I'm going to give it a shot. Watched a lot of stuff on YouTube to try to figure out just how to do it, and I'm kind of excited to start the process, even though it's going to be tedious, I think. But before I start this, I would like to show you what we did in this room about 1.5 years ago in order to start the restoration of this area. So take a look at this.
Project we're going to be setting up for now. It's this band of black around here, this banner. You can see it has years and years worth of paint built up on it. We're going to needle chisel all of this off down to metal and repaint it and make this look as close to new as we can. You know, what we've done here, we've taken this visqueen and hung it around, made ourselves kind of a clean room, like for a curtain. So when we're in there working on that, chiseling off all the paint, we don't get it spread all over and into the part that's coming along pretty good now. We don't want to make another big mess. So this will help us keep things clean.
just finished sanding all of this, and I added some rust converter in the corners so that the little bit of rust that I found wouldn't go further. And now we're gonna do Rust-Oleum hammered black paint. I think it's pretty much all prepped. So here we go. These are discs that came out of the show lounge of the Island Princess. The Island Princess was one of the ships that was used in the filming of the Love Boat. Probably the most used ship in the filming of the Love Boat. And it was scrapped out several years back in Alang, India, unfortunately. And these discs were actually donated to me from ship historian Peter Knego, who collects artifacts from ships that are being dismantled. He actually goes over there, fills up containers, brings them back, and sells them on his website. And his website's midshipcentury.com. And he has a bunch of different furnishings and artwork and fixtures from various cruise ships that have been dismantled over the years, you know, very historic cruise ships. There's a couple of spots in this area that I think that these discs would look amazing. And I think one of the spots is going to be here just opposite of the A, and one on the other side next to the other A for the Aurora. And I think that that's the best possible locations I could put the first two of these that we're going to accomplish. Today my goal is to fill up these two holes, sand this thing kind of smooth without taking out the sunrise texture, and we're going to add a thin layer of glue to it, and we're going to actually gild it with 18 karat gold gilding. This is the first time that I've done anything like this. I've never gilded anything before. It just looked pretty intriguing when I looked it up online. So anyway, let's start in on this thing.
Hello, fellow Aurora fans. My name is Peter Knego. I'm an ocean liner and cruise ship historian. I have a website called midshipcentury.com where I offer up artwork and fittings that I rescued from cruise ships that were scrapped in India over the past 20 years. And I have a YouTube channel, Peter Knego's Midship Cinema, which is all about my passion, cruise ships and ocean liners. I hope you'll have a look. I think today Chris is going to be discussing these fantastic sealing discs that I rescued from the Island Princess, the twin of the Pacific Princess, and a ship that was used for the filming of the Love Boat TV show just as much as the Pacific, but of course they could only give name credit to the one ship, so the Pacific lucked out. But the Island Princess was just as beautiful. Anyway, I'm very, very curious to see what Chris is going to do with these and where he's going to put them on the Aurora. So, turning it over to Chris.
Okay, so this is everything that I think I need. I got some Bondo to patch up these little holes right here. I have the gold leaf that I ordered off from Amazon. Actually, there's 4 different shades. I think there's a copper in here, a silver, and 2 shades of gold. Some cotton balls. This is what you're supposed to apply these things with, apparently. And a bunch of brushes so that I can do some detail work afterwards. And this is the glue. It's like a spray adhesive that you spray on here, and you have to wait like half an hour before you start applying the leaf. There's supposed to actually be 400 sheets in this little thing right here. So that goes to show you how thin it is. There it is. This stuff, ooh man, it just falls apart. Wow. That's going to be a very delicate process. Okay, so anyway, this is the gold leaf. And wow, look at that. It weighs nothing. It's kind of like that stuff that you see in some of the alcohols, right? Like it's probably edible. It's, you know, there's really, it's gold, but there's no value. There's not much value to it because there's zero weight to it. It's just so paper thin, you know? Like if I curl this up in a little ball, there's just nothing to it. There's, you know, maybe three cents maybe, I don't know. So anyway, I'm gonna put this thing in high speed and we'll get to sanding on this thing and get these holes patched. Okay, from what I've seen, you want to let this stuff sit for about a half an hour. You want to be able to touch it and just barely leave a fingerprint. Right now, if I stuck my hand on it, it would just stick. So it's not ready. I think we got another probably 20 minutes to go on this, and then we can start gilding with our first layer.
Hello again, everyone. Peter Knego in my television room with the ceiling disc that I rescued from the Island Princess that I restored myself and had autographed by the Love Boat cast and the author Geraldine Saunders, which is currently in the ceiling hovering over my television. Anyway, very curious to see what Chris is going to do with his. Cheers.
Okay, so I think I let this thing sit long enough. And what do I have? I bought the giant pack of brushes. Let's open them up. Well, what I can tell is that you roll the whole thing on flat.
Welcome aboard. I've been expecting you. I am Peter Knego. I am an ocean liner historian, fanatic, and procurer of parts of ships from India. Everything in this house, save for the drywall and maybe the toilets, is from an ocean liner. The stairs here are from a beautiful 1955 Cunard liner called the Ivernia. And the inset bits here are from the Empress of Canada, which became the Mardi Gras, Carnival Cruise Line's very first ship. And over in here in the living room, we have all sorts of beautiful art panels. This big panel here is from the Hamburg, built in 1969. The bar is British, from a British ocean liner that used to sail to West Africa called the Oriole. That's the Oriole actually on the bar itself. All the furniture is Italian, from Italian ships. In 8th grade, I was given an assignment on the Lusitania during my American history class. So I started studying the Lusitania, and I learned about other classic ocean liners of the era, and just became smitten. Our TV room, all the light fixtures are Italian, from different Italian ships. Even our downstairs hallway is a recreated part of an old ocean liner. This is one of my favorite pieces. It's from a ship called the Augustus, Italian, built in 1952. These doors are beautiful doors with woodwork from West Africa and etched glass. And then in this hallway are builder's plates from all the different ships that I've been able to rescue the plates from. And historically speaking, these are very important. They say the shipyard number usually and the year that the ship was built. The ballroom on the Empress of Britain was filled with these beautiful marquetry panels, all inlaid in tiger maple. And so I took the entire room's paneling out of the ship when it was being scrapped and rebuilt parts of it here where I could. This was a utility closet on the ship, and behind here is a closet. And so I started my business buying the parts of the ships to not only decorate my house, but also sell to other people. So in order to get all of these beautiful artifacts, I have to go to India. I have to take these pilgrimages, literally. So this place I go to, the scrapyard in India, it's called Alang. It's a 10-mile stretch of beach. Alang has a 30-foot tidal variance. So at high tide, when the waters are way up high, they can run the ship up on the beach. And then the waters go down, and that's when the workers are able to walk out and go aboard and start the process. The process of breaking a ship takes between 6 months and a year. So you can see up to 200 ships on this beach. It's like a scene from Close Encounters, like the ship in the desert, but it's a beach, and it's all of these ships in different states of destruction. So I'm snuck in. Westerners are not allowed, especially with cameras. You have to climb up 40-foot rope ladders to get to the deck where you can board the ship. The shipbreakers know that I may be buying things, so they let me go aboard the ships. But it's a very, very stressful process. But as a historian, I need to go there and document these ships and try to save things from obscurity. And since the ships can no longer be with us, this is my way of saving what I could. Welcome to my dining room. All again made of ships. The dining table has little rails so that the plates and dishes don't slide off in a storm. And the chairs, in case it gets rocky, can be attached to the deck via these little umbilical cords. The ocean liners were made out of beautiful materials. Real woods, nickel, glass, beautiful hand-carved creations, hand-painted, a whole different process. If there's more coming, whether there's room or not, will be a debate between myself and my partner. The stuff that I don't want to keep for myself, I put it on my website. It's called midshipcentury.com. Interior designers and architects and ship fanatics go there. It's very interesting what actually sells and how thrilled some people are to be able to find a piece of a ship that had such an impact on their life.
Farewell to the last love boat, love seat.
I get a lot of requests for items that are from the Love Boat, the Island Princess. You know, first I have to explain, no, it's not the Pacific Princess, but it's the identical ship in every way except for the artwork. The chairs were the same, the railings, exactly the same. Here's a little piece of the Island Princess, the Love Boat. Somebody will want a piece of the Island Princess, and if they want something that was affordable, say for, you know, $20 or $25, they'll buy these little ceiling discs that I got from the show lounge. So these were beautiful discs, and when they were being pried off the ceiling in the ship, I was like, you know, I need to save these. And so I recreated a part of that in our ceiling with our brilliant handyman who knew how to put everything back up beautifully.